You guys want to make out?
I mean, it might be awkward because we've been dating for like.
Have you really? Okay, three-way kiss. Three-way kiss. Guys, what's up? My name is Justin Marc, and in this 3-part video series, we're going to be talking to you about Daygame. What is Daygame? Daygame is the art form and skill of being able to meet people and approach beautiful women during the day. So instead of going to bars and nightclubs, instead of using online dating to meet people, being able to effectively do this from the daytime, anywhere in the daytime, anywhere in the world. This is such a high-level, powerful skill to learn, and in this 3-part video series, I'm gonna be teaching you the exact mindsets, habits, behaviors, and strategies to ensure that you do this effectively, so that way you are meeting people effectively, making sure people around you feel comfortable, and also building an amazing circle, social life, dating life from Daygame in a very effective, consensual, respectful way where you come off as a very charismatic individual and come off creating win-wins and come off making sure that everyone around you is loving you, loving your vibe, and having a lot of fun. So let's just jump straight in.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
Now guys, very important, okay? If you effectively learn Daygame, your entire dating life will change. Your entire life in general will change. I've met some of the most amazing, beautiful women ever from Daygame. I have dated beautiful women, from models to actresses to just some of like the most incredible women you'd ever meet that you would never actually meet in the nightclub, because either they don't go to the nightclubs or they would never give you the time of day in the nightclub. Because a lot of these women, they'll go out to clubs, bars, nightlife venues, they'll get hit on 100 times a night. So you're just one of the chumps talking to them in the nightclub. Therefore, the odds are not in your favor. But if you meet these women during the day, their guards are down, they're a lot more open and a lot more respectful. And this is kind of your opportunity to demonstrate your value as a man and apply this material effectively so you can meet a lot of these women, make them your girlfriend, a long-term partner, or just lead it in whatever direction you want. So sit back, make sure to watch part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this 3-part video series and change your life forever. Okay, bro, so you obviously stumbled upon this video because you want to learn how to pick up girls. You want to learn how to have a hot girlfriend. You want to learn how to be that man who's confident in himself to go meet beautiful women all the time, everywhere you go. I know what it's like to see a cute girl in the coffee shop or in the library or, you know, walking down the street, and you want to talk to her, this beautiful, stunning, exotic, gorgeous woman. You want to be able to communicate with her properly, walk up to her, let her know who you are, you know, vibe with her and have some sort of relationship built. You just don't have the balls to do it. And that's actually what we would call approach anxiety. Well, how do you get over approach anxiety? Can you binge watch a bunch of pickup artist videos on my channel or other people's YouTube channels? Of course you can. Can you get really drunk and go to the club and force yourself to talk to girls? Of course you can. Or you can actually unwire the negative mindsets that are holding you back and just allow yourself to do it. Allow yourself to be that charismatic man. Go talk to her. So the first step in learning how to pick up girls during the daytime is learning how to get over approach anxiety. Learning how to kind of just let go of that anxiety. And there's kind of 2 tricks to doing that. One is minimizing your time in between approaching people. So if you're in the downtown core of your city, the trick to getting over approach anxiety is not giving your brain any time to think or make excuses. The trick is to approach as many people as you can in as short amounts of time possible. The trick is to, you know, talk to as many strangers as you can without giving your brain time to think your way out of it or rationalize why you shouldn't do it. So this essentially means talk to everything that moves. Approach as many people as possible in a very consensual, respectful, and socially intelligent way. You want to talk to as many people in the environment as you can and minimize your time in between interactions. You want to try to approach as many cute girls as you can and minimize your time in between the interactions. So what that means is don't be the guy walking around thinking about it for 30 minutes or an hour before doing an approach. Just do it, and after you're out of that interaction, go talk to someone else. Then go talk to someone else. Then go talk to someone else, because you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're thinking and you're rationalizing. Now, it can be very difficult to get yourself in that action-based performance mindset where you're just running around, approaching people, being social, not in your head. So the trick is to actually just get in a mindset where you're comfortable being social. You're not trying to take value. You're not trying to aggressively hit on everyone. You're just someone offering value, whatever value you have to offer, offering that value to others through your overall vibe, your overall demeanor, through your body language, your facial expressions, sharing jokes, sharing positive energy. And then what's funny is after, approaching a few girls here and there, maybe you don't click and vibe with every single one, so you kind of end the interaction prematurely. Well, every now and then you're gonna meet a girl or a person or whoever it is that you vibe with. And therefore, you can lower your approach anxiety, you can increase your social momentum, and you can actually start finding people you vibe and connect with. So when it comes to understanding how to meet women, it essentially means transforming your mindset from the man who has that typical anxiety, that evolutionary pressure, that anxiety, thinking, if I go talk to that girl, her big scary boyfriend might come over and beat my ass, right? Or, her dad might come up and kick my ass or whatever. You don't know what's going on. And so there's only one way to find out. Therefore, you need to give your brain proof that everything's okay. Because it's so easy to think that girl has a boyfriend. That girl is unavailable. That girl is just not down for me. So the only way to know is by actually going up to her and talking to her. What's really funny is a lot of women, they're as nervous of you as you are of them. And further than that, a lot of women want to meet a cool guy. If you are a cool guy, if you're a man of value, women would love to meet you, right? Imagine you're a high value man who's on his path, on his purpose, you got your shit together, you're a catch, but you're too scared to communicate with a woman. Well, how's she ever gonna meet you if you never give her the opportunity to meet you, right? And you probably have the ability to change a woman's life completely based on your experiences, your value, whatever kind of lifestyle you have. Bringing someone into that lifestyle is very powerful. I was with my buddy Adrian G in Los Angeles, and I was actually shooting INFIELD, and we were talking about how, just being able to bring a woman into my lifestyle would change her life. I remember one of my ex-girlfriends, I actually met her at a party, funny enough, but it was kind of a cold approach, and we dated for a year. I took her to 20 plus countries. We went on some magical adventures. Took her out of her reality she was living in, took her to an entirely new world of traveling around the world, hanging out with influencers, hanging out with cool fucking people, just living a completely different lifestyle. So you as a man, you have the ability to change a woman's life. So you gotta recognize that value and be able to actually convey that when you meet a beautiful woman that you may be interested in. Okay? And when it comes to actually meeting women, where are some amazing places in the daytime you can meet women? Well, think about this. A lot of times, not always, but a lot of times when women go out in the daytime, sometimes they do it with the idea that they might meet a guy, right? Not always. Of course, girls love to go to the library, to be left alone to go study, right? Sometimes women love to go for a coffee run or whatever, right? You don't know if these women are, single, unavailable, or if they are, available and looking to meet a guy. And so there's many different ways. We'll talk about that in part 2 and part 3. There's many different ways to figure that out, right? But you want to go into it for a mindset that it's okay to be social, it's okay to offer value, and you don't want to ever go into interactions being aggressive, uncalibrated socially, or just overwhelming on the environment. You want to go into the interactions being very consensual and respectful, so you're not forcing a conversation on anybody, but you're offering it, and if people reciprocate, that's awesome, okay? And then you also want to figure out where can you meet women in a place that's, okay to be social. There's so many places you do day game. There's daytime, social venues, such as bars, right? Such as date clubs during the summers, right? Pool parties, the beach, right? But even places a little bit unconventional, right? Maybe you're a student, maybe you're in college, university, you're on a college campus, and you guys have some social places. For example, when I was in college, we had a student pub, and it was a very normal place to go do day game and be social, just kind of network and maneuver around a social circle, right? For example, you could actually even meet people indirectly, right? For example, maybe you're in line at Starbucks or in some restaurant or whatever. You see a cute girl, you strike up a conversation. Maybe not, she's single, who knows? But if the conversation goes somewhere, like we're gonna talk about in part 2 and part 3 of this 3-part video series, well, then awesome, it goes somewhere, right? If it doesn't, it doesn't. But there's so many different places you can meet women. I met one of my ex-girlfriends in a park, right? I've met so many beautiful women in so many daytime venues. Again, the beach. I've met girls in the ocean. While swimming in the ocean in Australia, I've literally met beautiful women in the ocean, right? In my little swimming trunks. And, it's led to things. It's pretty crazy. I remember I was in Sydney, Australia, in Bondi Beach. I met a beautiful woman who is Swedish. And I actually hung out there a couple times in Australia. And then I just so happened to be in Mexico City when I hung out with her again. And she happened to be in Mexico City. So we got in touch on Instagram and we went out for drinks. So it's so crazy how many places you can actually meet women. And if you think about, Daygame, the whole concept of Daygame, there's typically women everywhere, all the time you go out, anywhere in public. So you want to be very conscious of that and be very conscious of being a man who's charismatic, social. Instead of just keeping yourself and being awkward, you want to make sure that you maintain being social. Lastly, you got to realize that a lot of women are single, are lonely, and do want to meet a cool guy who can offer and add value to their life. So you want to go into it with the mindset of being a winner, adding value, making them feel respected and comfortable around you, and making sure that you are just overall adding value, not taking value, and making sure that at any given moment, she can leave. At any given moment, she feels like not intimidated. So you're not like putting too much pressure on her. You're not, making it an uncomfortable situation where she feels unsafe. And you want to make sure she can effectively leave the situation if she wants to, and I guess you could say reject you, so that way she doesn't feel unsafe at any given moment during the interaction. You got to realize one thing, that rejection is actually really good for your learning. Rejection is really good for your growth overall. Rejection is a great thing. And if more guys could just understand that you getting rejected is actually good for your long-term growth, because it lets you know what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, but it also builds incredible character. Well, once you can realize that, your entire life's gonna change. There's this saying that the master has failed more times than the student has even tried. And if you can just understand that whole concept when it comes to meeting girls, building these awesome intimate relationships and meeting girls during the daytime, you're gonna be incredibly successful. So guys, if you ever wanna learn more about day game, night game, pickup, how to just be that man who is immersed in self-development. Well, personally, I've spent 8 years essentially going out every single day, practicing this material, practicing what I teach, teaching guys like you how to meet beautiful women on my boot camps or my immersion programs. I even have a program called my Bootcamp Online, which is a program I run during the coronavirus times that allows guys to anywhere in the world go out, meet women, and have an effective dating life. So if you ever want to learn more about this, you can actually message me on any of my social medias, linked in the description or at the bottom of the screen. We'll send you a link to our funnel, and we can actually get you on a free discovery call and get you on a call, see what your growth areas are, and maybe we'll get you into one of our programs. And right now I run 3 programs, one called a boot camp, which is typically a weekend program where I work with you in person. We also run immersion programs where it's kind of like a longer residential program where we teach you this stuff at a very high mastery level, or we have my 1-month Bootcamp Online program. All 3 of these programs, incredibly life-changing, incredibly intensive, and will transform you internally and externally in your social life, your dating life, completely. So if you have any questions about that, go ahead and message me on my social media. Guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Justin Marc, international dating coach and relationship expert. And guys, if you have any questions, you can always follow me on my social media. My Instagram, DrunkJustin2. You can add me on Snapchat, SexyJustin, or you can actually even join my Telegram Inner Circle, linked in the description. If you guys want to learn more about dating, about picking up girls, about having an amazing dating life, you can always do a live coaching program with me, a boot camp program, an immersion program, maybe even my bootcamp online program. So you can actually shoot me a message on any of my social media platforms, and we can get you on one of our free discovery calls with someone from my team. We'll figure out what your weak points are, and we'll get you, learning, and maybe we'll even get you into one of our curriculums, into one of our programs. And if you did like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, and that really helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll try to answer them in upcoming videos. And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the bell notification so you're notified of new videos. And it's always great to chat with you guys. Thank you so much for being part of my community. My name is Justin Marc, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Peace out.